Imagine starting your day with the clarity and strength of a Stoic philosopher, armed with rituals that prepare you to face whatever life throws your way. Today, we're exploring 7 essential morning practices that Stoicism teaches us, habits that don't just set the tone for your day, but forge the foundation for a life of mastery and resilience. Stay with me, because these morning rituals could be the key to unlocking your highest potential. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound wisdom from the Stoic tradition is a guiding light for those seeking to navigate the challenges of life with grace and fortitude. In today's world, where uncertainty often looms large, the teachings of Stoicism offer a sanctuary of resilience and clarity. We present to you 7 invaluable Stoic lessons that have withstood the test of time. These teachings are not just philosophical musings, they are practical tools for cultivating an unshakable inner strength and wisdom. Before we delve into these lessons, if you find value in this content, I encourage you to like and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can continue to spread the transformative power of Stoicism. Lesson number 1. Acknowledge the power of perception. One of the foundational principles of Stoicism is the understanding that our perceptions shape our reality. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, famously stated, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." This lesson underscores the idea that events in themselves are neutral. It is our interpretation of them that determines whether they are perceived as positive or negative. Every day, we are faced with situations that have the potential to disrupt our peace of mind. Perhaps it's a harsh word from a colleague, an unexpected setback, or an unfulfilled expectation. Instead of allowing these events to dictate your emotions, take a step back and examine your perception. Ask yourself, is this event inherently bad, or am I imposing my own negative judgment upon it? By practicing this simple yet profound shift in perspective, you begin to reclaim control over your emotional state. You realize that while you may not be able to control external events, you have complete dominion over how you choose to perceive and respond to them. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, mastering the inner citadel of your mind. Lesson number 2. Embrace the impermanence of all things. In the grand tapestry of life, everything is transient. The Stoics were acutely aware of the impermanence of all things, and they embraced this truth with open hearts. Seneca, another revered Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time." This lesson teaches us to live with a sense of urgency and presence. The awareness of life's fleeting nature should not lead to despair, but rather to a deeper appreciation of the present moment. It is a call to live fully, to love deeply, and to act with purpose. Each morning, take a moment to reflect on the transient nature of life. Visualize the passage of time, the rise and fall of empires, the fleeting nature of your own existence. This exercise is not meant to induce fear, but to remind you of the preciousness of each day. By embracing impermanence, you are reminded to focus on what truly matters, to let go of trivial concerns, and to live with intention and grace. Lesson number 3. Cultivate a mindset of Amour. Fati, Amour, Fati, or the love of one's fate, is a central concept in Stoicism. It is the practice of embracing everything that happens to you, whether good or bad, as necessary and beneficial. Marcus Aurelius encapsulated this idea when he wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This lesson teaches us to cultivate an attitude of acceptance towards life's challenges. Instead of resisting or lamenting what happens to us, we should view each event as an integral part of our journey. This doesn't mean passive resignation, but rather an active engagement with life's trials, seeing them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. As you navigate your day, whenever you encounter difficulty, remind yourself of Amour Fati. Ask yourself, how can this situation serve me? What lesson can I learn from this? By practicing Amour, Fati, you transform obstacles into stepping stones, adversity into opportunity, and setbacks into comebacks. Lesson number 4. Practice voluntary discomfort. The Stoics believed in the practice of voluntary discomfort as a means of building resilience. Seneca advised, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" This lesson is about intentionally stepping outside your comfort zone to fortify your mind and body against future hardships. In our modern world, where comfort is readily accessible, it's easy to become complacent and dependent on external luxuries. The Stoics understood that true strength comes from within, and that by occasionally foregoing comfort, we remind ourselves of our own resilience. Incorporate small acts of voluntary discomfort into your daily routine. It could be as simple as taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or engaging in a physically challenging activity. These practices not only build physical and mental toughness, but also foster a deep appreciation for the comforts we often take for granted. Lesson number 5. Reflect on your mortality. Memento mori, or the remembrance of death, is a powerful Stoic practice that serves as a constant reminder of the finite nature of life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This lesson is not about morbidly dwelling on death, but rather about using the awareness of our mortality as a catalyst for living more fully. When we acknowledge that our time is limited, we are prompted to prioritize what truly matters, to let go of petty grievances, and to focus on our higher purpose. Each day, take a moment to meditate on your mortality. Consider the impermanence of all things, including your own life. This reflection will not only deepen your appreciation for the present moment, but will also guide you in making decisions that align with your values and goals. Lesson number 6. Develop inner fortitude through self-control. Stoicism places great emphasis on the development of self-control as a means of achieving inner peace. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This lesson is about cultivating the strength to control your desires, impulses, and reactions, rather than being controlled by them. In our daily lives, we are constantly faced with temptations and distractions that can lead us astray from our path. The Stoic practice of self-control is about exercising discipline over your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about making conscious choices that are aligned with your values, rather than being driven by fleeting desires or external influences. To develop self-control, start by observing your thoughts and actions throughout the day. When you encounter a situation that triggers an emotional response, pause and reflect before reacting. Ask yourself if your response is driven by reason or impulse. Over time, this practice will strengthen your ability to remain calm and composed, even in the face of provocation. Lesson number 7. Engage in daily reflection and journaling. The Stoics believed in the power of daily reflection and journaling as a means of cultivating self-awareness and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is a prime example of this practice, as it was his personal journal in which he reflected on his thoughts, actions, and Stoic principles. This lesson is about making time each day to reflect on your experiences, your thoughts, and your actions. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-examination, allowing you to identify patterns in your behavior, recognize areas for improvement, and reinforce your commitment to Stoic principles. At the end of each day, take a few moments to journal. Reflect on the events of the day, the challenges you faced, and how you responded to them. Consider how you applied Stoic principles in your actions and where you could have done better. This practice not only deepens your understanding of yourself, but also reinforces your commitment to living a virtuous and meaningful life.